starts with a rumor, then a sell-off. Within hours, markets crash, ATMs freeze, and the currency that built the modern world, the US dollar, is in free fall. Gas doubles overnight. Supermarkets ration food. And as Washington scrambles, a different power rises. One that's been waiting for this moment since the 1940s, the International Monetary Fund. What happens when the world's most powerful currency collapses and a global institution takes control of money itself? For nearly 80 years, the dollar has been the spine of the global economy. It priced oil, debt, and ambition. Nations held it in vaults like treasure. But that dominance came at a cost. A $40 trillion national debt, endless deficits, and an economy addicted to borrowing. The dollar didn't rule the world because it was immortal. It ruled because the world believed it was. The collapse begins quietly. Investors sense weakness. Foreign powers move their reserves out of the dollar. The Federal Reserve prints more to compensate, but each new dollar only buys less trust. Then comes the cascade. Global trade freezes. Stock exchanges halt. Banks ration withdrawals. The currency that once symbolized stability becomes a global contagion. In a single week, the world loses faith in the foundation of its own economy. When nations can't trust each other, they turn to the one institution that claims neutrality, the International Monetary Fund. It proposes salvation, a new global digital currency, the World Digital Unit, backed by a basket of major economies. The world leaders agree. Desperation always makes consensus easy. In a matter of weeks, the IMF becomes the planet's central bank. The price? Control. Countries that join must surrender part of their sovereignty. Their budgets, interest rates, and currencies now governed by algorithmic oversight. The age of national money ends. The age of managed global finance begins. At first, life feels normal again. Prices stabilize. Imports return. Governments announce that the system is working. But under the surface, something fundamental has shifted. Every purchase is logged. Every paycheck pre-adjusted. Economic freedom replaced by precision management. The same algorithms that saved the world economy now regulate it, deciding who can borrow, what you can buy, and how fast your nation can grow. It's efficient, it's fair, and it's absolute. But not everyone joins the new order. Across Africa, Latin America, and parts of Asia, resistance movements rise. Nations and communities experimenting with local crypto economies, barter systems, even commodity-based trade. The world fractures into two realities. The integrated bloc, prosperous, efficient, monitored. The free bloc, unstable, defiant, unpredictable. The new conflict isn't about ideology, it's about autonomy. One world chooses stability at any cost. The other chooses chaos and freedom. For most people, survival replaces choice. The IMF system works. Poverty declines, prices stabilize, wars over money fade. But humanity has traded one fear for another. Inflation for surveillance. Chaos for control. The dollar's collapse wasn't just the end of an era. It was the moment we learned that trust, once broken, is almost impossible to rebuild. Because money was never the real foundation. Belief was. And when belief moves from people to institutions, freedom follows it out the door. But maybe this isn't prophecy. Maybe it's a warning. Every empire's collapse creates space for something new, something better. In the ruins of control, we rediscover collaboration. In the absence of trust, we learn to build it again, this time from the ground up. The dollar may fall, the IMF may rise, but the real economy has always lived in us, in our choices, our cooperation, our imagination. The collapse isn't inevitable. The future belongs to whoever decides what money and trust should mean next. This is Thought Experiment, where we question not just what happened, but what could happen next.